everybody, let's talk about the Starlight Contest, or how Info doesn't actually know how to throw a contest, which is friggin' amazing considering that they have been doing it in their other games. So first of all, to find Starlight Contest, after you have already voted and collected all of your rewards from the events menu, you have to go to Color Lookbook, and then there's a button in here that says Starlight Contest. It shows you some random pictures up front, which is good. It's nice. It's nice to see Nikki's that might not be trending or that might need some votes. I love to see this, except that the resolution that they show it to you in is pretty poor. A lot of the pictures look so good the moment you click into them, but on this screen they look like really muddy and pixelated for some reason. Like, you click in, it's nice and sharp. You leave it on this screen, it's very... it's not the best presentation. It's really upsetting to see other Nikki's work being treated like that. There isn't really a page to just scroll through regular submissions. That's what's scrolling over here. There's only a page saying current trending, where you're gonna be shown pictures based on how much scores they have already collected. Which is not great, because this is the kind of information that maybe shouldn't be shown until competition is, you know, over. And also, maybe there shouldn't be a trending tab for a competition. Now, mind you, I don't think that anyone can actually win anything, so it's not super important, but just the fact that this competition is being ran this badly is what is upsetting. Furthermore, there were only like really 2 days to enter. Right at the start of the patch cycle, there was like 2 days to enter, and from what I understand, probably before this video even releases, there's gonna be one more go-around. Like, just one more, like, enter period, voting period, and then, like, winners sort of period. So if you missed the first enter point, you can still participate it, but majority of people were actually, like, doing the patch at the time, or if they were on a PS5, failing to log in for 24 hours out of those 48. So, you know, thumbs up there. A lot of people didn't even get to enter and participate in the first wave of this. And then, of course, it's just not very good what's here. But my issue is not that this is not very good. My issue is that this is a limited time event. This is something that the community was asking for, to have on the regular, for us to have something to participate in and to do in your fashion-based game in between, you know, just doing a little bit of the story at the start of the patch and then doing like nothing for the rest of the patch. Unofficial competitions have been running all over social media. The fact that this system is integrated into the launcher, into the game itself, so there is a button for it in the color lookbook, means that at the very least there's some sort of official competition for us to actually participate in. What's really mind-boggling for me is that this is a limited time event. Which means that we might not get one of these for 2.6 or for 2.7, it's just here for 2.5. The same as housing competition was just there for when housing launched. This is a fashion game, and we can't compete on fashion. Let me just switch to regular Nikki reactions on the internet instead of showing this to you on my screen, because we can see what the competition is, right? You understand the system. so we can like progress to reading other people's opinions about it. Several people have outlined fairly similar issues as I have done. What do you think about new Starlight Contest? Today I noticed I feel so sad about it that even want to avoid the game. It's a mixture of my fear that the contest will still be poorly done and sadness from the contrast between the votes on my photo and the photos from the trending section. I know the last one is a case for a therapist, but the first one is Infold's responsibility. I don't understand, why did we have so little time to submit a photo? Like I said, 48 hours. I barely finished downloading the 79GB update only to find out the deadline was already today. Moreover, the deadline was really unclear. Why can we vote for trending? Why can we share our submission with friends so that they can vote? The same way that you can share your color lookbook items, you can also share your submissions to the competition. There was another post saying, yes, you can vote through the trending page. Yes, you can share through the friend system. No, it's not anonymous. A lot of people were asking that you would be presented with 4 random entries and then would have to pick from them the one that you like instead as a system, as that way you don't know the people that you're voting for. You can't vote manipulate by just being a popular creator. You can't ask your friends to vote for you. And you're not just gonna collect infinite votes the moment when you hit the trending page, because you're already on the trending page. The moment you get there is the moment where you're kind of done, because that's the easiest page for anyone to access and the easiest submissions for anyone to see. My bigger questions to add to this is, why is this a limited time event? Why does it seem that we're not gonna get things like these in 2.6 and 2.7 and furthermore when this is gameplay that has been requested by players so extensively? And also, why is the only way to have a 2-player styling battle in even its most basic form is to shell out $125? Because guess what kind of item is like right at the end of the top-up reward screen? Wow, I am usually pro bonus top-up because I reasoned it was money I planned to spend anyways. And if I wanted the outfit like the Frost Explorer Evolution one, I just calculated how much I would need to spend to collect it, and if it's reasonable, I would spend to get it through treating it like a shop item and have bonus diamonds on top. For nearly 9,000 top-up points, you can get a device that lets you do styling battles with another player and choose between elegant, sexy, cool, fresh, and sweet attributes. That's around $125 or so. That's outrageous for a prop that actually encourages co-op like the game wants, and something many people requested, so to put it at max is ridiculous. Do they want co-op or not? This is pushing the limits of dolphins, and I like Infinity Nikki for actually having good space for free-to-play dolphin and whales. Dolphins and mid-spenders get neglected in many games, and Infinity Nikki was pretty fair to me. I usually don't need to spend much during expansion patches because of all the free gems. This is definitely meant to counter that, which is outrageous. And I hate that I'm debating it because it is something I really want. If I can get it, I can share it with my partner to have duo battles versus us both getting it, which is nice. But this should have been a $50 top-up max if need a price. How unfortunate. A top-up prop should not be expensive and highly requested at such an expensive price. That's no longer a top-up reward for your usual purchases. This isn't a cosmetic item, but a styling battle item for all styles. And I started so happy with 2.5. So I think what's clear is that Infold does know that their gamers, that their players want more fashion-based gameplay. One of the most requested features is having a feature like in Love Nikki or Shining Nikki that allows you to vote between two different pictures and submit on the regular for a contest. I am really not sure why, when getting such direct feedback, understanding such direct feedback, and seemingly even attempting to implement it, they go about it the way that they do, where instead of just having direct versus picture comparisons where you vote between the two, maybe like give people a reward for getting through, I don't know, 10 entries every single day. Like if you were to throw a competition like this every week where 2 days are left for people to submit photos, 5 days are left for people to vote, and for voting for 10 different entries every day, people get like a small diamond bonus, like, I don't know, 20 diamonds. And then at the end, the winning entries can win like I don't know, 1 to 5 pulls worth of diamonds. But you got rid of the trending page and nobody could see the names of the people that they're voting for, and nobody could like see how many points they already had. Wouldn't that work a lot better? And it's so mind-boggling as to why this is not something that's implemented. Why we get such a half-assed system where the trending page is being pushed because it's there and there's no like button like sort for new or just like show me the full category or whatever. There's just like trending page button, which is the easiest one to find and to click on. Why is that there? Like, I'm so confused about how we're going about this. And the fact that when the pictures are scrolling, they're all low resolution. When it's somebody's like work that they're proud of, that they're trying to show off, that they have submitted for the competition, and it's like in low resolution. And the fact that there was only 48 hours to apply at the start of a major patch. And the fact that it might not come back again. And the fact that if you want to have styling battles with your friends, you have to shell out $125. This is a company that has mastered styling competitions in other games. Why is it so difficult for them to do it again? I really don't understand. I don't understand why taking one step forward requires us to take 5 steps back. And it's really a shame for me, because even implemented the way that it is, I would like Starlight Contest to be a permanent fixture of the game. There's UI for it, there's a button for it in Color Lookbook. Even without prizes, it gives me something to style for every patch and think about how I'm gonna take a picture for it. And I think that that alone makes this competition worth it. So seeing the competition be fairly half-assed from Infold, knowing that it says a time-limited event, and them likely justifying it not coming back, that there wasn't player engagement, or that the attitudes towards the competition and like the feedback that they received for it was negative. It upsets me, and it also really perplexes me that this is how they decided to go around it. Like, it feels like they enshittified it deliberately so that they don't need to run it again. That's my, like, it's not a logical thing, it's not like a set in stone thing. This is like my direct thoughts, because I don't know why they would have made it the way that they did otherwise. Like, I really don't understand. So, in my feedback form, I'm gonna be outlining the problems of trending page should not exist. The pictures presented should be entirely anonymous. You should be presented several pictures and made to choose between them, there should be a small daily reward to incentivize people voting and engaging with the system, and the system should be permanent. This is my main feedback for the whole thing. Because I do believe that we do need a bit of a fashion PvP, and I do think that this is kinda a fun idea to have something to style for on the regular. I just don't think that the current iteration of it is it. Those are my thoughts on the whole program competition thing. Program? It's not really a standalone program, is it? It's like, it's a competition subsection of the color lookbook. What do you guys think about it? Because I feel like they really dropped the ball. And I'm very perplexed as to why they did that, considering that it feels like this was such an easy ball to get right. Especially considering that they're a company that already has experience with it. So I'm really confused about what happened here, or why is it so hard for them to run a competition inside Infinity Nikki in particular. But I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments on how you're feeling about it in the comment section down below. Maybe I'm seeing the world through like a glass half empty sort of visors. Maybe some of you really like it this way. I would like to hear that if that is the case. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for my Patreon supporters. And I hope I'm gonna see you in my other videos. Toodaloo.